Hello and welcome back once again to my channel. It has been a while I have released a video, and today's tutorial I want to look at how to format our document, especially our project work, how we can do the formatting in it, especially if we also want to format a book. This will also be a very useful source of information for you. So just like the one we are seeing on the screen here, we will look at how we can format this. This is chapter 1 in this order. This is your headers we are looking at. So we are going to look at how we can format our document to look like this one, just like our project work. Okay, so we are having different headings inside this work. And why do you even need to do the formatting? When you do the formatting, it means you are going to do correction of errors, you are going to adjust your paragraphs, you are going to change the font size and the font type and all that, and you'll be able to get your page outline simply for you. So when you click on the page that's on your far left corner, you will see page off. That displays the number of pages you are operating with and the current page you are inside. So let's say that I want to go to the last page. I will not have to scroll through to the last page. You just click on that and this one will pop up for you. Alright, you can use the headers. Clicking on headers, you can see chapter 1, introduction, up to the last chapter in the document. So we have chapter 4 also here. So I quickly want to go to chapter 4. I'll click on chapter 4 and it'll bring me to chapter 4. So these are the benefits you get in doing formatting with your document. Now, without wasting my time, let's take an example of a document and see how we can do the formatting there. So I'm going to get a document which is like this. How do we format this document? You can see it's totally new. I just type them, and sometimes we do copy and paste from our internet. So how we can format it to look right in our project work. So with that, we need to insert headers before. I do not have to come and highlight the whole of chapter 1, come to center, come to bold and all that. It's going to waste a lot of time because I'm going to do that for chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So why not just doing it at once, and that is by adding headers. So let's say that this is my header 1. I want to modify this header. So you click on this section, then you click on modify. Make sure your work is in the Times New Roman and the font size is 12. Make sure this side is on automatic. Automatic means it is going to be a black color. It's going to give you an automatic color. And after that, you may want to name the header you want to put. You may want to label it, but I will just leave it as it is. And then you choose this automatically update. It means that anytime you are putting new information inside this document, it will automatically update it for you. And you want it to apply only to this document, but not to your entire worksheet, so that when you are even typing a new text, it's going to give you a different one because your format is not going to be the same. All right, so when you are done with this, make sure you close all redundant spaces by clicking on this arrows. You see that the arrows are pointing together, so click on it until you see that there's no movement. So if it is like this, you see that there's a space, so continue to click on it until there's no space. So you have closed all redundant spaces. Now we want to use double line spaces, so you just click on this and these double line spaces, and after which click on OK. Your work is being done for you. So this header is for the first one, header 1. And when you now come to page and click, you will see the header there, header 1, chapter 1. So as long as you keep on formatting your document, all of them will come here. So when you're going to insert your content, table of content, you're not going to suffer. You just go and instruct the computer, insert table of content, and you automatically generate it from what you have already done from here. So this means that if you don't have your headers correctly formatted, you will not be able to insert your table of content. Very important. Now the next thing we want to look at is your header 2, which is the background to the study. The background to the study. We want it to be at the left hand side, but we want it to be bolded. We want it to be in Times New Roman. So click on the header 2, that is when to use this header. Click on it, modify. In the same way, I want it to be on the left, so click on this one. Now Times New Roman, font size is 12. Okay, and then we will want to change it to double line spacing also. Okay, so this is 12, not 22. So close all redundant spaces, and after that you also click on OK. It's going to apply to this, so let me click on it, and you see that it has been applied to it. But yet still, we said we wanted to bold it. It is not bolded. So if you have known that it has not worked, don't just come here and click on bold, because it will not affect the others. Alright, so unbold it and come back to where we have modified. Right click on it and click on modify. So make sure you do the bolding inside here, okay, before you click the OK, and then your work will be done for you. This is your header 2 has been done. Background of study. So in the project work for undergraduate programs, you may only have 3 headers, different headers. Okay, so the next header I want it is statement of problem, which is still header 2. So just highlight it and click on this one, and it's done for you. So you don't have to continue clicking all the things. Just click on it, it is done for you. So here there's a space, make sure you close it, because you are doing the formatting here. You close it by pressing the backspace. Questions, research questions, taking the same thing. Significance of study, the same thing. So you see the importance now. You are just clicking it and you are good to go. Limitations, the same header. Now here effects, they said the grammar there is wrong, so it's affect, not effect. Definition of terms, so you make sure it also goes with the header 1 in that order. Recognize, it is being underlined. It means that my dictionary is not in the British form, so the British form that use Z instead of X, just like this one too. Organization, anytime you see the Z, it will be wanting to replace with X, so I want to ignore it and I continue. So organization of study, I want to also take the header 1. Now we have come to chapter 2, and chapter 2 is going to take the first header, which is this one. So you see the importance, you click on it, and so far when you come back to the page layout, you see that your things are being outlined there for you. We have chapter 1, and all that is under chapter 1 is being outlined over here, and we are now in chapter 2. So that is just very important for you to notice. Now theoretical review is also still the second header. Now all this is what you are supposed to do. Okay, now the normal is the normal text. Any text that is here, all these texts should be normal. So you see that when you highlight it, you see that it goes to normal. So your text was already in normal before we now begin this formatting. Now this is a name and it is not in my dictionary, so I can ignore it all or I accept it if I want. But if it's a name and it's not your dictionary, just ignore all and you are good to go. So empirical review is also taking the header one. So that's why I said in the project work instances, most of our work just takes some few headers, unless we are doing a formatting of a book or the master's level where you have a lot of thesis to do and then it needs you to put a lot of headers. Minimize. This is a name, so I will ignore all, whatever it is, ignore all, and I continue on it. Challenges. So I may want this one to be header 3, okay? Header 3, which means that I want it to have a different style or different positioning or whatever you want to do, with it. So I come and take this one, modify it. So want it to be in Times New Roman, then bolded, but the color there is blue, so I want it to be automatic. So click on it, double line spacing, then close all redundant spaces and click on OK. So automatic update before OK, and has been done for you. So this is how we are going to be formatting the whole of this document. Now with this understanding, I want just to rush through it and then we are good to go. So this formatting we are doing is what we refer to as the APA citation or the APA formatting form. The APA formatting. Now we come to chapter 3. Now when you are typing your text, now chapter 2, some texts are in the next page. I want the whole text to be, chapter 3 to be in different first page. Don't come and put it here and start pressing enter before everything comes. Just press Control before they enter and your work will move down to the next page for you, even if it is in the middle. So let's assume that it was here. Just press Control, put your cursor at the edge here and press Control and enter. It's going to go to the next page for you, so that when you are putting anything other thing here, it's not going to affect the chapter 3. Please take note of that. Now I'm going to format this with the first section header we put. Introduction to that section header, I want it to be this. Research design, also header, population and all that. So continue with the formatting, you can end it. But I want us to go to the chapter 4 where there is tables for us to deal with. You understand? So this chapter 4 is also included with chapter 3. So I want it to be in the first page. Put your mouse cursor at the back, Control and you enter. It's going to send you to a different page. You understand? Now make sure you apply the header. Now formatting your table. In doing the formatting for your table, it must also be in the APA form of formatting tables. And how do we do that? Okay, just like the examples we look at in the other work. So let me get an example for you. So this is an APA formatting style of the table. We only have 2 lines or 3 lines, one at the top, below, and this. So these are the APA citation form of your table, and you must always do it that way when you are dealing with the project work and they are requiring you to put it in the APA form. Okay, so that is well said. So therefore we are coming to format this in that form. So make sure you highlight the table, make sure your tab is on home, then you click on this button here on the paragraph group. You see it. Remove all borders. Remove all borders. After removing all borders, come to put a bottom border. See that there's a line coming at the bottom. Next, put another one at the top. When you have done this, make sure you highlight only this section. You can just click and drag on it like this, or just bring your mouse cursor at the edge and click, it will highlight it. Now you go and put bottom, and it's formatted for you very well. So this is how you format your table in the APA citation form. Just like this one has also been done, you can come to this one too and do the same. Make sure highlight the whole thing. First, go to no borders. After that, you insert a top border or a bottom border and the top border. After then, highlight the first row by bringing your mouse cursor here and click on it, and that is highlighted for you easily. Then click on bottom, so it has been formatted for you. But now the next thing we want to look at is how do you label your tables. We don't come and start typing the names of the table, because when you do this, it will not appear in your work when you are trying to insert tables in your table of content. So we have a way you have to do it, and this is how you are going to do it. So I'm going to be taking you through that. So let me just cut this, please. Sex of students, so I'm going to cut it and I'll delete this. So we are going to look at how we can label this table. Now just highlight the entire table. One, come to reference tab, and on the caption group, click on caption. Now because I've highlighted the table, you see that it has already automatically picked up the table. And which table is that? Table 1. And now I paste the name I want to put there. So this is the name I want to put there, so I just put it. And where do you want it to be? Do you want it to be below the table or above the table? We want it to be above the table, so you click on the above the table. And then which style of numbering do you want? Do you want 1, 2, 3, or you want alphabet or Roman numeral on it? I just want the Roman, that's it. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Roman Arabic. You want to include the chapter number or you don't want? I don't need the chapter number, so I don't click on the include here. Now I click OK. Now click OK, and your table has been labeled for you. Now when you send this work to your lecturer or to your supervisor, he will want to test to see whether you have used the right way to do it or not. And how do you just do that? He just bring the mouse cursor to at the back of the one, and you click. If you click and the one is not highlighted, it means that you have not used the right way of doing it. All right. So I may want to bold this. And we are good to go. Now the next one, which is this table 2, I want to do the same procedure. Cut this name. I don't want to keep on typing, that's why I just decided to cut it, and I clean this off. And now insert the new name. Highlight the whole table. Come to reference group. On the reference tab, come to caption group. Then you click on insert caption. You see that has automatically give me table 2 because we have gotten table 1. That is how it is going to generate your tables for you at the end of the whole work when you are trying to insert the table of content. So you don't have to come and type in and all that. So when somebody picks your table of content and click table 1, it will bring you to the work here. Okay, so let me paste the name I copied, and that is it. And I want it to be above, so that one too is done. And I click on OK, and has also been labeled for me. I want to bold it. So the same, that's how you format your table in the APA citation form, and that's how you name or number your table. So this one too the same, I can do that to it. So you can pause the video and go through it by yourself and see if you can insert it. So you come to the reference tab on the caption group, click on insert caption. It has automatically given me table 3. So I name, what's the name of the table? The table is sex of teachers. Sex of teachers. Then I'm okay to go. Then I click on OK, and that one has also been done for me. For the source, you will need to type it inside. There's a way of doing that one also, but you will need to type it inside. Now this is the end of your formatting. Now the other part of the formatting may be your line spacing, the paragraphing you put here, and all that. Now let's say that you want to bind this work. You have printed your project work, you are going to bind it. If you leave it like this and you want to bind it, they will bind it and you are opening and some of the words are not appearing. So therefore you have to restructure your margins very well. You need to restructure your margins such that when they bind it, the work will still be clear for you. Just like when you are reading a book, you open, some books are there, when you open, some of the text are inside where they've clicked. Okay, so you need to format your margins very well. And then how do you do that? You come to layout, come to margins, you want to customize it. So you click on customize. So at the left side, we want the left side to be 2 units. So I just click up to 2, and the rest will be 1 unit. The rest will be 1 unit. The top is 1, the bottom is 1, and the right side is also 1. You can decide to label it in different way you want, but this is the standard way of doing it. Now you click on OK, and your work is going to shift to the other side. And this is how your project work is supposed to look like. Very nice. Okay, and now when they bind this book, your work can still be seen and be read through. Thank you for watching. There is another video on how to format your references and how to insert page numbers. So for here, I'm not going to teach you how to insert page numbers. That is different page numbers. You might want to put different page numbers. That is from A, B, C, and you go and jump to 1, 2, 3. Different numbering. It's on the other video. You can look through the description below and you'll find it there. But for these tutorials, I'm just going to insert all the numbers. So you come to insert and click on page numbers, insert at the bottom, and I'm going to click on this. It's going to insert page numbers for me quickly. Now, but this page numbers has been inserted on all the page numbers. But if you want to insert different page numbers on different pages, you will have to go and watch the other video and you'll be good to go. Have a nice time. Goodbye.